Alrighty, so you dropped. Tell me about it.
Um, I think I don't know because like in the moment I blame my team, but then like after I think I just if I just did one thing like differently in a fight, like if I got a pick earlier in a fight or something, then like it would have turned differently. Or if I don't know. I feel like if I was more aware of things as well, I could maybe win more. I feel
Sure,
like my awareness is really lacking.
sure, sure. And is that at all tilting you, like affecting your mentality so that you can focus? And or is that just like a shortcoming in your gameplay that you think is causing you to drop?
Um, when I have like a bad a bad like couple minutes in a game, I start like spiraling and just playing worse and worse. So like after I've had like a bad game, I just tend to stop queuing ranked because well, I just know I'm gonna keep playing worse and worse.
Mm-hmm. Sure, you go in these vicious cycles where you
Yeah,
kind of like you stop believing yourself that it is what it is, right? Where
yeah, and there's some things that will tilt me, which is after a couple of games, like if I miss an easy shot or something and die because of it, like that can tilt me
mm-hmm,
and cause me to play bad.
mm-hmm. Do you by any chance are a perfectionist? Or are you a perfectionist?
Um, in the stuff I'm passionate about, yes.
Because a lot of what I'm hearing from you is that you're being very, very harsh on yourself. Oh, I missed one shot. Okay, it's over.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to describe it, but like I feel like it's also slowing down my improvement as well,
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm just getting tilted instead of focusing on what to do better,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore being less perfect, I guess.
Yeah. So for me, just from what you talked about, I'm already more or less interested in the gameplay than I am in your mentality. Because to me, it doesn't feel like you're fighting people in ranked for rank. You are fighting yourself for rank. That's what it feels
Yeah.
like to me. That's a lot of what I went through. I don't know if I've had the chance to see my discussion with Spilo and Stefano that I uploaded on my main channel. Talk a lot about ego. Like, I went through a big journey of like self-discovery, try and figure out, okay, what's my identity in the game? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? How should I use that knowledge to better my training habits and whatnot. And what that really helped me is not only for me to improve my gameplay, but to improve my consistency because I was treating myself better. I was being much more fair to myself. I wasn't judging myself based on a weakness. I was judging myself based on a strength, stuff like that.
Yeah. I also like I compare myself to like other Genji players I know as well. Like if they've got like for example less time but they were able to climb higher than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that then also makes me feel like in a bad mood because it's like they were able to do it in this amount of time. Why am I below them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But comparing yourself while trying to improve at something is one of the worst things to do.
I wouldn't even say that like having expectations and having some comparisons can be bad. It's just about, okay, what am I comparing myself to? What are my expectations? Like if you're, let's
Yeah.
say, what rank are you at right now?
Diamond 5.
Diamond 5, and then you expect yourself to hit champion in 1 month. Are you gonna disappoint yourself?
No,
You
I
know,
wouldn't
because like
if I set that goal. Yeah.
you're not even gonna be able to. It's like it's not even close. It's a different realm of reality, right? Reaching
Yeah,
champion from
exactly.
there would take you at the very least a year of like dedicated high quality practice and playtime. So you would set yourself up for failure in that sense. But if you, let's say you're Diamond 5 now, and you maybe want to hit, let's say, Diamond 1 or Masters 5 or whatever at the end of the season, right? That is reasonable for you to do. Hard, but
Yeah.
reasonable. And if you compare yourself to not necessarily other players that may have done faster than you, but to your previous self, so that you're always trying to do a little bit better, a little bit better. Now I'm gonna be aiming 1% better, now I'm gonna position 1% better, and over time you're gonna be climbing these steps until you are in master's form, and then you can climb to masters, you know? Like that would be healthy, right? Pushing yourself in the right way.
Yeah, because I do kind of want to get masters this season. Like, I feel like that'd be such a just a nice achievement to actually have. Like, I work hard for this, and I actually was able to get it.
How much do you play on average, like per day, and how often do you play per week?
I play like probably 4 hours every day.
Sure, that's enough.
But that's not all ranked. And like, but there's something, because I think my mechanics, like, I do need to work on them. Like, if I know I can't play for long, like if I can only be on for 20 minutes, I think I just I hop into Vaxter and just practice my aim mechanics. So it's like, I think, because even if they're not an issue in Diamond 5, as I get a bit higher up in Diamond and closer to Masters, they will become an issue.
Sure.
So it's kind of,
so you
having
play
that
enough,
working in the
you
background.
have some ideas of practice. Would you like me to dive into a little bit of mechanical practice with you, or do you just want to go into the gameplay and go into that maybe later?
I'm happy going into mechanical practice.
Okay, we can go over that quickly, but already, like, one thing that we're discussing right now that's very important. Okay, what are my expectations, and do I have what it takes, right? Am I gonna commit myself to be able to do it, right? Because you need to match your actions to your goals, right? So if you want to reach masters, you have to play enough to reach masters, which seems like you're doing. Now let's quickly go over the practice, because it's very easy for you to just go into Vaxta and just shoot things and not really do anything. So how do you do Vaxta? How do you do your practice?
Well, right now what I'm focusing on is, well, I'm trying to just make not even headshots, but I'm just trying to hit my shots. And what I've noticed in games, I have a habit of just meleeing straight away, like after a right click, which is obviously they're not going to die from that, so it's like a bad habit of mine. And so I'm really focusing on right now hitting just body shots and then meleeing only when they're going to die.
So just generally you go here, you try and aim at these targets, you just shoot them, is that it?
Yeah.
Do you have any specific techniques that maybe you look at, or any other relevant information from you?
Sometimes if I'm like struggling to hit a bot, I'll end up, because instead of just trying to track it, because I'm like failing at that, I'll like put my crosshair off and then like do like a flick onto it.
Like this? Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing
your
my screen
screen
with you, yeah. I forgot. It's a good thing that we did not start the gameplay review. I had that happen once with a student in the past. That was a bit embarrassing. Let me get my tab sorted. Okay, so you can see me now, right?
Yeah, I can see your game.
Okay. So you said you go off so that you can practice your flicks, essentially, if you're unable to like do the little tracking.
Yeah, like if I'm not able to track, I'll go off and then I'll just do that. Yeah.
Interesting. What I would say about that is that, like, it's a good idea in that you're trying to practice a specific skill. The reasoning for it is not good. If you're failing to track someone using your main skill, which I'm assuming is a flick, right? Because you talked about using this skill to hit the shots that you're previously missing, right? Would serve as a crutch, and that's not good, right? So if your tracking sucks, you need to just suck it up and just track and get good at tracking. You can't just try and track, suck at it, and just, okay, I'm gonna flick every shot, because then you're never gonna get good at tracking, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do a lot of different practices here, right? Like right now, I'm just trying to do a little bit of tracking on this target. You don't even have to shoot. You can add your shots later. Genji does tracking even if he is a projectile, right? All characters really need all aim techniques. I'm gonna really dive too deep into that kind of stuff, but Genji is not purely a flicking character, right? So it's important to not neglect your tracking skills, right? Like you can see how a lot of these shots that I'm trying to land, I'm trying to do so purely from the tracking, right? I'm trying to find a flow on their strafing. That's the word I'm looking for. So actually just, let me do it on the handle, right? Like in this case, I'm already very knowledgeable about like the specific timing of the strafes. This is something that makes practicing in Vaxta not as good, because you can read when they're gonna strafe and you start to get used to like the intervals. This is why I would recommend something like Kovacs or Aim Labs, primarily Kovacs for this type of practice. But you can do it in here as long as you're disciplined, right? Isolate the skill, like the tracking, just keep doing it, try to be as smooth as possible, and try to slowly level up the difficulty. You don't want to just be in tracking practice and just suddenly start flicking like crazy and spamming dashes. This is not useful, right? No, you isolate the tracking, right? Maybe you do a little bit of mid-range tracking, and then you do some close-range tracking, right? Or whatever, right? You can practice flicks if you want, you can practice flicking your dashes, you can practice just flicking in close range, you can practice different techniques for flicks, such as one flick, chill flick, right? Do the first flick to get close, the second one to adjust. I'm not gonna give you like what you should practice, I'm just giving you general ideas for practice, so that you can better utilize your time in Vaxta, okay? Any questions, or can we move back?
No, that all makes sense.
Okay. Route 66.
Ready for battle.
But yeah, the same principles apply if you want to practice other things, just the environment might be different. I want to practice my positioning, isolate your positioning, right? Go into matches, focus on your positioning, and then evaluate from there.
Do not worry. I am an expert at
Now, I believe that you talked to me about selecting this match from being countered.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of counters, and I felt I performed well in it. But there's things I could have done a lot better.
Sure. If you need me to at any point to slow down, pause, you want to ask any questions, let me know. I can try and focus on the whole counter thing. If you want, I can maybe look at the mechanics. We do have a limited amount of time, so it's up to you, right? Okay. What I'm gonna focus on is what you want me to focus on. Okay. Sure. Unless you have any questions there, I don't want to pause too much early on.
No, I think what I did there was alright. Yeah. Because I tried to follow up on my tank.
Yeah, ended up getting disconnected. I even think that you could have lived behind if you didn't tank the Mei shot. I think it was a headshot.
Yeah.
Because then Moira can chase you. If she fates to get to you, then you fight her and probably beat her. Sure.
I feel like my positioning is off actually quite a lot as well.
Sorry, can you repeat?
My positioning, I feel like a lot of the time I'm just not in the right place I need to be.
Interesting. So far your positioning has been fine. I'll keep an eye on it. But so far it has been fine. Righty. Not much to say yet. I like what I see.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Honestly, sure. I like that. Little bit of mechanical fumble here. Not too worried. One small thing that I would like to comment, especially since you touched on positioning. For the most part, I've really enjoyed what you've been doing. You have been trying to put yourself in Genji's range. You have been looking at your team and doing things alongside your team's timing. But look at the disconnect here.
Yeah.
That's mainly it.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah. Your Winston was in and then suddenly your Winston is out. You were focusing on your own little flanks, so you did not bother looking at your team, right? You didn't keep a mental note of like, oh, we are just starting at second point. I'm already halfway through second point, right?
Yeah. Would it have been better to dash the Mei there instead of the Freya?
I don't
Because,
think
like,
you
if-
saw ice blocks, did you?
No, but like if she ice blocks, I can either wall climb or I can run through the building
I think both are
and maybe
fine.
live.
Because
Okay.
from this Freya height, you're assuming that she has used the updraft, which is the main one that she's gonna use to escape.
Yeah.
So, I think both are fine. You can dash Mei, force Cryo, run away. You can go for the kill on Freya if you're inclined to a higher risk play. Honestly, don't feel much of a need to overanalyze anything yet.
Okay.
Good flank. Good dash patience. There you go. And you live. Ready, I'm assuming you guys got here. Yes. So far, I'm really not seeing any positioning struggles. If anything, I prefer your positioning to a lot of other Genjis. I know a lot of people that would just sit main and just shoot here and be just like vaguely useful. You're looking to take space immediately when you can. This time you did not miss on the fact that your team wasn't there and you backed up as your team died, right?
Yeah.
So that was fine. You looked to walk up when you had the opportunity. You're looking to walk up in good Genji places, right? Maybe this is not the best Genji range, but you'll be able to deepen this flank and continue to close the gap. Or at least from here, you have enough angle where you can thread and dash engages when people aren't looking and stuff. So I quite like it so far.
Okay.
Yeah, like again, like this is just such a well-timed short flank. Your team is pushing in through main. They have used some cooldowns. You use this opportunity to quickly slip out of sight. Now they don't know you're here. You close the gap without taking damage, and now you can land shots for free because they aren't even looking at you. So you have your time to just aim. How long does this match? Goes to extra rounds, I'm assuming?
Yeah, went into overtime.
Is there anything, like any particular moment in the match that is better for me to watch? Because so far it hasn't been all that
I think-
good for you. 'Cause you all
I
are
think
kind of just stomping.
I think second round might be a bit better. Our attack on fast was oh, this blade is really bad actually.
Oh no, I like this. I really like this.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It felt so bad to actually do after I did it.
More no cooldown. I'm assuming you heard her here.
Yeah.
This is a hard point to break. It's just an opportunity. Quickly ult. Get the kill. Here you lost your targets, but you still live. It's not great, but they're trading ults for it, so you're not complaining here. Ooh,
Yeah.
now this.
Oh.
Yeah, like this is a good angle. You can't go in yet, right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm shooting this tank too much here. I don't know.
Do you try and avoid tanks normally?
No, I used to have a really bad habit of just shooting tank, and so when I see myself shooting tank, it kind of like bothers me when there are other targets kind of close by.
Mm. Yeah, sure. If they're close by, then choose someone else, right? Here, who's your best targets?
Uh, Maybe the Freya, I was thinking.
Hmm.
But
Interesting.
but yeah, I suppose their tank is closer to me, so like, it is kind of fine to shoot him here and poke a bit,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And like mainly like yes, maybe your objective is to go on these players eventually, right? Maybe you're gonna be more likely to do that if you shoot your tank and help your team push in, right? Because right now you
Yeah.
deal the most damage to tank, so you help your team by dealing the most pressure by shooting the tank. But also like if you wanna go on the fray, you can go on her right now, right? You need to just kind of wait for the opportunity, which you have been doing so well so far, except for that one instance with Winston jumping back on second points, right? And now this, where your team is not really walking in yet. You are deep in the flank, you're fine because they can't really chase, and you have your codums if you get pushed for any reason. But then you just end up kind of egoing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I saw she was I saw she was low,
Yeah.
and so I thought, oh, I can kill her here.
Yeah.
And then she had 5 HP left.
Yeah. It's not bad per se. A little bit of a mechanical execution there. Like you took the mega too early, so you ended up at 90 less health than you should have had. Right? You should have been able to heal the first explosion off, and then you just kind of stand in the open a bit too much. You're a little bit too slow to engage her, so you give the Moore and the Frey a bit much time to chip you off. Right? Like
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but I still would prefer
Not doing
looking like at least being aware of where your team was there, because you weren't, right? Like that's a habit that needs to be there. Nice. Live and you're good. Nice. Now your team gains so much space. And your team destroys for no reason.
I hate Hiriko. She just TPs all the time.
Yeah. It's fine though. Like you're forcing a lot of value. You're forcing a lot of value with the attention, with the cooldown trades. This it doesn't feel as good because you're just getting punched in the face, right?
Yeah. Like I try and escape, but then I hit my head.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had to use my dash.
Yeah. I think at this point just clean out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're stubborn.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose.
And they ended up winning, so good on them.
5, 4, 3.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Let's see what changes here, because you mentioned this round being better. Or
Well,
better for you.
this is where they had 3 counters. So like, because they had it at the start, but then they swapped. Then they're back on it here. I was already trying to look for a pick here, but I couldn't find one. So like.
Interesting that you say look for a pick here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, aside from like comp things, right? Like, we don't have necessarily analyze what your comp is. Like, you could have a more vulnerable comp to Genji, and still it would be kind of hard to get kills here, right? And like, the answer is, I mean, I guess that, no. This kind of ends up being the exception to the rule because your team is actually pushed up. Usually the team sits here, so then it would be kind of like you trying to 1v5 fight the pick, right? Because your Ashe is
Yeah.
up here and your Life Weaver is here to support and deal damage, your Wuyang can bend shots, like you're all here. So maybe you can look for picks. It just the architecture and considering where people usually hold here usually means that you're not quite looking for picks yet, you're just kind of holding positions.
Okay.
Which I've been doing successfully, right? Like you're denying the Mei, you're denying the Freya, etc.
Yeah.
Your team just fades, so you have to back up here. Don't die. Yeah, you can't die here. Because that's the big thing, right? Like, you're not gonna have a great time getting kills, especially when they're putting so much focus on you. But what did you do earlier on third point when they gave you a lot of focus?
I lived for the most part,
Yeah,
and I just poked when I could.
yeah. You baited focus on you, you traded some damage, and then you got out. So now the enemy team looks like a bunch of fools because their tank is isolated. They did not get the kill on you, and you even still had the chance to kill them A, like, because you hit your shots,
Yeah.
right? So it's just like you forced all of that attention. You did not just force attention, you still had an opportunity for a kill. It was a low chance, but you still had it, right? And then, oh, they're countering me. No, they aren't, right? You're making them look like fools.
Yeah.
So it's like these players are gonna be better at surviving and maybe trying to fight back through the deflect or something like that. But you're flexible, you can do things, right? Like this Mei, like look at the amount of resources it takes for this Mei to just make this play. Like it doesn't feel like these players really know how to play these characters.
No.
They're just trying to counter you, so like, you know.
That was a good left click from me.
That was a really good left click from you.
And then I died because I don't know. I got pulled, but I didn't actually get pulled anywhere.
Yeah, like that was really good. Yeah, a bit of a shame there. You committed for the kill on the Mei. The rest is history, so I'm not gonna think too hard about it. But so far, like, this just serves to reinforce me, and maybe I'm gonna be proven wrong with the rest of the gameplay here, but so far this is just reinforcing me that what we need to change is mentality. It's not actually gameplay.
Okay.
At least for me, I'm gonna speak from personal experience here. Mentality was holding me back for like an entire rank for a long time. Like when I fixed my
that's
mentality
crazy.
issues, like it felt like I was suddenly improving my gameplay so much. No, it's not the gameplay that I was improving. It's just that I was gatekeeping my actual performance, my actual skill from like being realized because of my mental.
Yeah.
It's fine. Do your job. Your team needed to really walk out there, so this is why I'm not really analyzing too much. Like your entire team was here, so like you're all this time just waiting for something to happen, and you're just stubborn and walking through the choke. You're not taking angles or anything. So you did the best with what you could, right? You waited for the Freya to be isolated. You bladed. You stalled points. Now your team has walked out. That's a good one.
Fully intentional, of course.
Yeah. Nice, with the Moorish is closer. Shame. Mechanical issue there. One, you could have flick dashed. Two, you just messed up your movements. This is fine, like the Zarya that's countering you just fed to a Genji.
Yeah.
Because you're on a good angle, she's ignoring your damage. Good. Like this. Ooh, that hurts. That really hurts.
Yeah. And my team started flaming me here, as if that's my fault that we C9.
I like to play with chats off. People don't really have anything useful to say.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they
Now,
weren't.
sure, you can get
they weren't
flamed for
involved,
that, right?
so-
Like, but like you don't
Yeah.
need your team to flame you for that, right? You were probably flaming yourself for this.
Yeah. I just dashed into a wall.
Nice. Good chase. Can you live? Nice.
Огонь по готовности!
Ryan this fast. That's not a... Now you're
Losing my
position.
dash, that kind of hurts.
Okay, let me actually slow down here. We might actually have something to unpack. This position is fine. Not the greatest. Like, it's a good range, but like all of the attention is on you. Maybe
Yeah,
a
they
little
all
bit too
look
far
at me.
forward compared to the team, right? So, let me actually go back and do this. Like, your team is here. I mean, the main problem here is just the attention. Like, if you were here, you can let your Rhine tank your attention. But here it's
Yeah.
just too convenient so for them to look, oh hey, there's a Genji here, let's actually shoot the Genji instead. But this is not bad. Then, this is where I need to actually slow down. Yeah, wasting your dash there is a big problem.
Yeah.
Like I think you were relying on it to get out. If
I
you
was,
weren't,
yeah,
then your
completely.
pathing is silly, right? Like maybe you need to go towards a flank that they can't chase.
Yeah.
I think it was just unfortunate.
不洗澡。
What about the other rounds?
They went horribly.
We should begin.
4,
Apparently that second round went horribly, but I didn't really see any horrors.
Oh, really? It felt horrible to play.
Oh yeah, maybe not fun, but like, how would you rate your gameplay on that second round?
I felt, I don't know, I felt like I just wasn't having as much impact as I could have. But like, I don't even know what more I could have been doing to get impact. Like, so like, maybe I was just doing all I could.
I mean,
And
there's always more than we
sometimes-
can do, yes, but like,
incoming.
it's
Escort the payload.
it's gonna be hard if we're trying to focus on everything in a game, right?
Yeah.
So maybe during these games when you're feeling lost mentally, try and just judge yourself based on a single concept. Like, okay, I really want to see if my position in this game is good. So judge yourself based on that. And if you position well in that game, then that's a success for you.
Yeah.
At least having something to look at. Because then
Yeah, see,
otherwise,
this is where
sure,
I was
okay.
telling my team that I'm gonna stay on Genji because they were like, "Please, can you just swap?" And I'm like, my point was, I'm not gonna improve if I just swap.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
it's
Screw your
overtime and
team.
they're asking me
Screw
to
your
swap.
team.
Yeah.
Ranked teammates being toxic is just not gonna be useful. Even if they
And
have
then they're
something
like, they're
good to
gonna
say,
report me
they need to know
for-
how to say it.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll just report you for blocking team progress." Like, okay.
This is why people really should just like turn off these chats. Like they're not
Yeah,
useful.
it's
They
not.
really
It's not
aren't.
helpful at all.
Overwatch is like you're gonna get it. Like even in high rank where you find the same players more often, you still don't find them often enough where they are the reason why you climb or D rank or whatnot. Like the one
Yeah.
constant in the games is you, so focus on yourself. Right? Like
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
yourself improve, then you're gonna rank up. So it's just like it is not that useful. Not that useful.
Yeah.
Or maybe just have a zero tolerance policy where if someone is toxic, then you immediately block them or just turn off chat in that moment. Don't engage.
Yeah.
Because then your gameplay actually spirals out of control. Like right now, you're doing fine. You wanna know someone that's not doing fine? You're Kiriko. Why the hell is there Kiriko here? Kiriko is supposed to be an angle. Be on the high grounds, free shoot. Be on this high ground. Take this angle. I don't know. This is not right behind Reinhardt on points in front of Zarya Mei. Like, leverage your range. Like, you're doing fine. You're doing Genji things. Go to the flank, nice. Now you can try them backline. And these players are so bad. Like, they're trying to counter you, but they are just giving you the flank for free, so now you can just drop on backline and get the trades that you have been getting the whole game, right? Where you just force attention of other players. They're not even stopping you. You engage, you threaten the kill, you force a ton of cooldowns. They're not countering you. They're just stupid. Like, it might not feel as good from you because you're less likely to get kills, right? But this is why it's important for you to know what to measure your performance by. Like, if you measure your performance here through the kills, it's gonna be bad. But if you measure it through, I don't know, the cooldown trades that you're getting, your performance here is excellent. Screw your team, screw their toxicity, right? Like, you're doing great. Probably the best player in the match.
And then I just had to die on point because there was no time left. And well, it is what it is. Like, maybe this is just one of them games that you can't win.
Nothing breaks that I cannot mend.
Maybe.
Well, unless if I swapped, but I'm a one trick, so swapping's always a bit rough.
Even if you swap, like right now, and again, this ties back to what I was saying. Like, how does swapping off here help you? Like, aren't you doing Genji things and doing well?
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't necessarily.
Like, if you were proficient at something else, sure, maybe. But even then, like, let's say that you're proficient at a ranged character like Freya. Like, sure, you use Freya here. They can never touch you because they don't really have range or much ranged threat, that is. And then you just rain boats. You never kill anyone. And now, okay, you're putting out a lot of damage, but that's about it. Whereas on Genji, you're maybe putting less damage, but you're doing more focused damage in specific targets.
Value.
Right? Yeah, you're trading uptime for cooldowns, right? You're getting really good cooldown trades when you go in, right? So you don't go in often, but when you do, it's really impactful. So it's just like, you can maybe swap and get more value, but in general, most characters, if played well, will just get a certain baseline of value. So you don't have to overthink that either, right? Just play your character. If you want to be a one trick, play it well, and that's it.
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload. 60 seconds remaining.
Like, this was all fine. Like, maybe the only thing that you could have changed is, okay, maybe this angle makes a bit more sense. But if your plan is to walk back and not actually hold choke, or spawn camp, then yeah, this position is fine, right? Because it's easier to back up, whereas that position is more committed. Now you're in a bad position. Why are you there? Oh, because you tried to dash them where? That was a mistake.
Yeah.
I
saw her low, and I thought I could get a trade because they killed one of us.
Yeah.
And so I kind of went for the trade.
Yeah. It's fair reasoning. Like, this is a nitpick, but
yeah. And then I died because we had such a... I thought the sim TP would have taken me out, but no. It was further in.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, our tank died, so it didn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, here's the question here for you then. Like, what should you have done better this match?
Other than maybe some mechanics, there was seeing where my team is, but other than that, there really wasn't much more that I could have done. I played pretty well.
Sure, sure. I don't know where the mechanics, like, in which situations your mechanics ended up holding you back. I can't remember any. I feel like the moments that you could use your mechanics, you use them well. Like, unless you mean, like, oh, I go in for bad engagements that if I'm really mechanically good, then you can pull them off, which some Genji players like to go for. There's always this trap of, like, oh, like, if we lost this match with me playing this way, then maybe I needed to just, like, end and then make it work. Like, no. Like, you could, but how often is that gonna work? 10% of the time? 20% of the time? What the way that you played was good Genji gameplay. So the mistake here is not related to gameplay. That's the whole point of the session. The mistake here that you made is mental. What were you feeling during this match?
Annoyance that I'm having to play against 3 counters.
Sure.
And then also getting tilted because my team are flaming me.
Exactly.
So
those are big problems, right?
Yeah.
Do you play, or how do you play when tilted?
Normally I normally just go to dashing in and ending up feeding like quite a lot when tilted. I didn't do that this time. I just kind of turn off all thinking and just rely on mechanics and my deflect.
Sure.
That's what I normally do. But then
and I can guess where that one goes.
Yeah, it doesn't go well. Like maybe every like 50 games I'll be able to do something, but that's like not a consistent way to climb or improve.
Sure. So how should you have, or how could you have improved your mentality this game?
I could have muted my team. And just
any other way?
I feel like maybe like trying to coordinate with my tank, like in voice, could have just like edit something as a distraction away from the tilt, like to try and make a play, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So like focus more. I know it sounds stupid, but like focus more on the game.
Yeah, those are good. The main one though, and this is one that since we have the time, we could do like a game of quick play for like live coaching. Just picking something to focus on, because here you said that you were lost in terms of like you didn't know how to judge your performance by.
Yeah.
So let's practice that. Let's isolate that, and then let's get enough volume in for it. Obviously not through the session, but that's just how practice goes, right? You isolate and then you do it over and over. So let me send you my tag. I don't know if I have you added on this account. Then I'm just looking silly here.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Send request.
There you go. And then I can spectate. So what are you gonna focus on?
I think I want to focus on. I feel like my engagement timings, like, because I feel like a lot of the time, I'm like going in at like either too early or like too late, like compared to my tank, which goes back to what happened on second point first round where I bladed and my tank left. So.
Sure.
I guess that's engagement or just being aware of where my team are when I go in.
Awareness. So we can focus on that. So when you get into a game, you're just gonna play normally. You're gonna pay extra focus to that, but more importantly, you're gonna focus your performance based on that. you're not gonna worry about win or loss. You're not gonna worry about your aim. You're not gonna worry about your positioning. At least not the quality of them, right? You're not gonna disregard the concepts because you're isolating your awareness. But you're gonna judge your success based on your awareness. That's it. That's what we want to focus on. And then that's how we're gonna be able to stay focused during matches, right?
Yeah.
So we're not gonna feel lost. I mean, we're gonna feel lost some games, right? Like, how can I win this game, right? Like, what do I do against this comp? But those that's a different kind of lost, right? It's not a kind of lost in terms of like, how do I judge my performance? You know how to judge your performance, right? Just pick something and look at that. And then if you don't know what to do and then it sucks, right? Like, your awareness sucks, go into the VOD, figure it out, right? Why did my awareness suck? What mistake did I make? Let's give a better example. Let's say that you're practicing positioning, right? And now positioning versus dive is a lot different than versus brawl and whatnot. So maybe you don't know how to position versus dive. So in the game, you're gonna realize that your positioning sucked, right? That's the concept that you were focusing on. And so during the VOD review, you're gonna try and figure out where you should have positions, and then you're gonna try to apply that in the next time. But they're always trying to ground themselves based on something within our control.
If you're in it with me, you're in it for life.
That's your POV.
I move quick. Keep up if you like.
Now, you're gonna practice awareness. Who are you most likely to need to pay attention to in this game from your team?
My hazard.
Alrighty.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Let's get this done.
Let's take off.
Enemy turret ahead. Aye, they had it coming. All right, starting the push. Enemy turret ahead. The lead is ours. Try me. This is no time to doubt yourself. Enemy turret ahead.
The enemy is approaching.
Moving on barricade. Keep them all clear. Enemy turret ahead.
Pushing on ahead. Thank you.
So, how do you judge your practice so far?
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Is your awareness good?
There was one bad bit that I had,
To get that robot back.
but well, I think it was bad because I saw him dive the Alari. She used her shift, so I dashed her to try and like follow up on his damage. and then Hazard went out as I was stuck in quite far behind them.
Sure. That I wouldn't count that so much as awareness as it is just like understanding that Hazard has faster cycles than you.
Okay.
So I would say that you practice awareness very well so far. Now refocus.
Hate fighting traces.
Welcome to orbit.
I see one. Tear it down! Reverse the time!
Oh. Okay.
Getting a little bit lost there. Probably
Yeah.
indecision from not knowing which target to go for.
Yeah, that that was exactly it.
But you're looking for the timing of your tank. So that's good.
Enemy over here.
Where is he?
Enemy here.
Barricade is pushing up. Get in their way.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Bring in the rain!
Enemies starting to move their barricade. I spot a turret.
Enemy turret ahead.
This robot's all mine. Let's move.
Have some time here, so I'll just quickly save. You don't have to stay on the same angle to be aware of him. On that last fight,
Okay.
you probably should have used the left flank. You just needed to time your left flank to when your opponents were pushing your tank.
Yeah, because I was just waiting for him to go in, but I suppose, yeah, if they're pushing him, then that could have been actually a really good angle. Where is he? There he is.
Enemy turret ahead.
It's fine. Executed poorly mechanically, but that's not what you're judging. You were aware of your tank, you went through your own flank, you did not stick with your tank, and then you timed your engagements. So that was good.
Get him off the barricade. Something wrong with that. Aye, that's gonna hurt.
Can't handle the heat.
Yes, yes. Good. Perfect.
Feels good, huh?
Failed the awareness check here, so try to watch out.
Okay. Yeah, see that. Oh.
Good try.
Where's my...
Get your bearings.
Get this one. Enemy turret ahead.
60 seconds remaining.
The robot's pushing our barricade.
Incoming.
I'm raging.
Forward spawn active.
Going up.
flanking. Maybe not now.
Bring in the rain!
Let the kitsune guide you.
My way. Adaptive circuits engaged. Hazard. 10 seconds remaining.
They took the robot.
Alrighty.
Defeat.
So, how did it
In
go?
that last fight, I felt that I lost him,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's that I feel like I have to be so like actually focused on it to actually be aware of where he is. Like it feels so like unnatural right now.
Mm-hmm. That comes with
It's
time.
crazy.
Practice is hard. Practice is hard. Done well, that is. But did you succeed in your mission? You can stop the queue right now.
Yeah, I'd say in the most part I succeeded in it.
Mm-hmm. And for the part that you did not succeed on, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna just in the I'm gonna try and notice when I'm slipping out of it. Or I think I'm gonna slip out of it, which was I think it was when I ended up in a duel that I was finding difficult, I suppose. So it kind of took my mind away what I was actually practicing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm in a duel, I need to not think, oh, I need to win this. I think I need to be thinking, where's my tank? Or whatever I'm focusing on. It's just trying not to get so caught up in the
I do agree
the
with
game.
not getting so caught up. I disagree with
Okay.
your conclusion. It's
Okay.
good practice, right? But this is not the
Yeah.
greatest topic for it. Like, noticing when you're not noticing things is not a recipe for success. Like, oh, I just need to catch myself before I sleep. No, you're gonna sleep, right?
Yeah.
So on this, not so applicable. But let's say that your problem was positioning, and you were forgetting to position mid-fight or something. Then yeah, that could be something that you could actually problem solve. Like, notice the reason. What you mentioned about, okay, losing a bit of track of where your team is mid-fight, yeah, it is also something that you can apply. I would say that you don't have to worry as much, right? As long as you paid attention to your team beforehand, the duel that you take should be fine, because you should be taking it within a reasonable time, right? And you should be playing where your character is good at, so it should also be fine in that sense, right? So you should only really worry about getting your bearings again and shifting your focus away from the duel once the duel ends and you have time to think. Then you're probably the first thing that your mind needs to be is get my bearings.
Okay.
Realize where everyone is, realize your status of resources, right? Health, cooldowns, and then, okay, what do I need to do now? Do I need to back up? Do I keep going? Or what? Right? That could be the takeaway from this if you want. But for the most part, I would say that you were successful in your practice. There was this tendency to just walk with your tank because you're trying to pay attention to him, but you still did a decent job actually using the flanks instead and playing your character, just using your tank's timing to tell you when you should get active yourself, right? Use his attention grabbing to allow you to sneak into backline, things like that.
Yeah.
But that's how you're gonna be doing things for now, because this gives you direction. This does not let your mind wander into, what am I doing? How well am I performing? No, you have something specific that you're working on, and you can judge because you're putting your focus on that, and you can judge your performance based on that, and that's what's gonna allow you to not only stay focused, right, not second guess yourself. But also this is just how you're gonna improve, right? By focus practice on specific things, right? Your positioning, your awareness, your timing, your whatnot, and then as you accumulate skill, you rank up. But to me, this is like the biggest thing for you, right? Like the whole mentality aspect. Any questions?
I can see that. Yeah, just one. Like when I'm focusing on the one thing I'm doing, should that be like that should be the same thing over like a time period, not changing it every game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say too long of a time period. I would say like the biggest rule for this is to do so while it remains enjoyable. Because the most important thing for practice is that you stick with it. If it's not
Yeah.
enjoyable, if your or if your mind is just not able to give as much focus to it anymore, right? Maybe you're just tired or whatever. Then maybe you either stop practicing and just play for fun, or you change topics, make it novel again,
Okay.
so that you can actually focus, right? Like if you set out to practice your awareness and 3 games in you're bored as heck of it, then swap topics. I don't care if it actually succeeded in making your awareness better. You're not gonna succeed if you continue.
Yeah, if you're miserable.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that answered it.
Okay. Alrighty. So good luck in your climb, in your ranked journey, and stop stop looking at the game the way that you have been. It's easier said than done, but from what I saw from your gameplay, it was fine. So really, just work on your mental blocks, focus on the right things, and you should see results.
Okay. Thank you.